Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the ESL One Genting European Grand Final for the qualifier. We are going to see if it will be OG Dota getting back and finally taking a game in this Grand Final, or will Virtus Pro wipe the floor with their bodies? I'm Toby1. I'm joined by Knoxville. Welcome back for Game 3, man.
Hello. Are we going to see the reverse all kill from OG Dota? Is it going to happen?
It's the comeback. It could be amazing. Or it could be absolutely really quick, and we're all going to have a very nice early dinner tonight.
I mean, I did kind of hype up Fly's ability to make comebacks in terms of, like, series. His drafting gets a lot better. Yeah, is this a bridge too far?
Just, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I can tell you that in this qualifier so far, VP have only dropped one game. Out of all the games they play, they only dropped one game, and it was Adfinum. Adfinum took them 2-1. They, when they went against DX to start with, they destroyed them. DX being Scandal and his crew. Then they went up against Escape, and
I mean, that's a pretty easy game. Beating Cinderin is something that, like, everyone's done, right?
No, don't you be messing with my boy. Don't you be messing with my boy, Nox.
I'm just mad at Cinder, he suggested really bad music to me, and he made me listen to it all.
He suggested Lindsay Sterling to me when I first started streaming. So I can never be mad at him, because he gave me Lindsay Sterling. And then we all got Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah.
We're all very happy.
Getting Lindsay Sterling was fun. I just don't know how she was, like, jumping around on the TI6 stage while playing violin. Like, playing violin just standing seems hard enough.
She's a talented woman.
But we are going to be in for a bit of a...
we get it!
Snooze fest, yeah. Nagasaren for no tail.
Oh, you look tired. VP though, not snooze fest. Slider and Darkseer. I kind of liked it more when Vega was running the Darkseer as well as Naga. I kind of feel like FNG has this just unbridled stupidity and aggression that just pays off or doesn't, and then they lose a game.
Well, I can tell you that FNG is definitely supporting his former comrades that he's played with at various times on the Virtus Pro squad. Saw him tweet out earlier, "Go VP."
Oh, it's the pride of CIS, man.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
FNG's a nice guy. FNG will always be very supportive. He always seems to be very happy. Apart from me, he doesn't like me much, and that's only because whenever I seem to cast his game, they lose.
He likes me.
That was the meme.
At the Frankfurt Major, after they got knocked out, I went over to them. Was it the Frankfurt Major? Yeah, I think it was the Frankfurt Major. They got knocked out. And I went over to him with a bottle of Jägermeister, and him and myself and Lil and Bilat drank the whole bottle.
Why have I not surprised that you are the one that brings alcohol to the players?
I mean, it was like the first time I'd ever been to Germany, and Jägermeister here is very cheap, so it seemed like a natural fit. But back to the drafts, we see once again some respect for Yerax with the ban of his Spirit.
I'm wondering if they take the Pudge out as well in this game. Menicus, VP don't have a straight up reaction to it at the moment. And it's one of those heroes too, which OG did run in combination. So what they did was they started farming the Pudge up. So he'd get like the early Tranquils as well as Soul Ring. And then you'd rotate him. And Naga just became a lane zoner, which would be really good against the Darkseer. All she's got to do is just walk up to him, Riptide, and Darkseer's not going to self-Iron Shell. That's not the way
Naga's also very fast, so you just go in, as you say, Riptide, 1 or 2 punches, run away, you're so speedy. But I don't think Pudge is necessarily a concern right now. It is pretty good with the Nagasone because you get the net off and it guarantees the hook.
Yep.
One of the little perks. But so we have a Lil Slaughter We have a offlane 9 Pasha Darkseer, and we are missing 2 cores and a support.
Oh.
For those tuning in who haven't seen, Lil plays a position slaughter, and it's wonderful at times.
It's the done thing in CAS at the moment. Juggernaut finally gets picked up, so OG having one of the most popular safe laners in the business, and it's a solo Lion pickup now also arriving.
Yeah, solo. I think his name is so appropriate because he is the solo support in almost every team. He's the kind of guy who goes to the bathroom during the draft phase, comes back, and they're like, you're going to be playing solo line. Just get chicken and 2 wards and lots of smokes. Never ever buy any items of value.
He takes it for the team, man. The guy is literally Scott Sterling.
I don't know who Scott Sterling is. Is he an Australian rugby player?
I need to show you a very good video lately. And I shout to the guy in the chat who connected Lindsay Sterling and Scott Sterling together.
Scott Sterling is a volleyball player.
Do you ever see the video of the guy who was the goalkeeper and he just kept getting hit by the ball even though he was completely unconscious? They put him in a chair.
Oh, okay.
If you haven't seen...
Yeah. I know the video. I know that video.
No, the video went freaking viral, and they did it with the volleyball stuff as well.
Okay.
So they did multiple versions. It was hilarious.
I didn't know that this guy actually had a name. I thought this was just like a 9-gag meme.
That's why the commentators are there going, he's done it again! Scott Sterling!
Oh, yeah, the first time I saw this was as a GIF.
Ooh.
So it explains it.
Ooh. Okay.
Tiny.
This is the other one. That's actually a Jirax Tiny.
Yep.
That is a Jirax Tiny. So we're missing the one last support hero for Fly. So they tossed... They did something similar with a Legion Commander instead of the Bat Rider for OG. So you toss into the initiation ability. It was dual before, this time it's going to be Lasso. And it's a very early rotation, so... I think we're still going to be expecting the same kind of thing. Except we just put Juggernaut in the mid for Anna.
Is this something where you play like... Where you early on you run towards the... Oh no, you can't do it there on the Dire side. But remember on Radiant side you used to see some interesting tiny like pulls. You run as a support tiny and you toss one of the neutrals onto the mid creeps.
Yeah, you can do that.
But unfortunately they're on the Dire side, so none of those shenanigans are going to be had here.
Doesn't it work on the small camp that's next to it?
No, I don't think so. I think the range is too far. It was always the big camp, like the high ward. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Viatus Pro. It is time for team fight.
Yeah, so the negative armor that's going to come out of Riptide is going to be pretty much counteracted by the plus 20 War Cry.
Even Song of the Siren may be countered by the fact that if they get the initiation off, right, VP, they're going to kill him in 2 swings. And Naga might be able to prevent the second, but she won't be able to prevent the first.
They've also got excellent follow-up initiation in the line.
Makes it harder to spam illusions. Line's actually really good at getting rid of Naga illusions. Both Hex and Mana Drain gets rid of it straight away. And SF. Oh, we have our new hero of the day thrown into the mid lane.
Well, not only new hero, not only new hero of the day, but just overall excellent no one hero. And Tiny surely is also first time we've seen him today. Keep the lights. I like it how the drafts, even within, like the meta as a whole has been really good, and it's been shifting, and we've seen lots of heroes. But it's not a situation where we see one thing and then a minor patch comes and then the whole meta shifts. It's always such a wide diversity. Even within a single best of 5, we're going to see such a plethora of different heroes.
Oh my god, I started the Scott Sterling thing in the chat.
Oh my god.
Scott Sterling, the legend!
My favorite part of that gift that I can recall is they put him on a chair, like a fold-out plastic chair. And he still stays.
Well, it's amazing. Even the double hit. He gets hit twice. It's terrific. Alright, game time. Let's focus on Dota. I can't think of funny YouTube videos. So the Keeper of the Light is the last one. Split push is a lot easier now for OG. And I think that's probably the only primary concern I've got for Virtus Pro is they cannot get into the base of OG. And OG just wait it out, farm it up, the Naga becomes a real issue, and then their split push isn't great. Their counter push straight away, like if they want to bring back the Sven or bring back the SF, like these guys are going to need BTs in order to defend the lanes. They'll have no problem with that, so I'm not saying like split push is the path to victory for OG. Yeah. It's the path to creating space for potential victory, and they are going to turn this into a almost 4-core lineup if it does go late game.
It's also really nice to see the Keeper of the Light with the tiny mana. It's so important. No tail as well. Extra mana means he farms so much faster.
Alright, where's my there's no Lashrak. Who's got the disco?
That's the SF. It's the, remember the SF taunts that we saw at Frankfurt Major? The fiendish swag? Don't you remember the Peruvian team Unknown.xiu kept on doing it during like one of the games? It's pretty BM, but I laughed really hard.
Bad manners, just enjoying the beat. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it now on the SF. Everyone's moving around. OG's being scouted out by the. There you go. Give me a little snare. It sounded like the disco one though. It sounded like the Lost Strike disco ball.
Oh.
I think maybe he's got different ones. Like that was just the top hat and snare. Yeah, but anyway, VP got down the ward that OG planted in the last 2 games playing. Both have vision around the bottom rune, and it's just the holding on to the. The other Dire Observer ward is that's an odd one. Very odd one. So you got a Sven off lane from Virtus Pro, and they put this ward up from OG, just on the side shop. Gotta say that's a bit of a first for me.
I think Solo will probably hit top.
Ada, what are you gonna do here? You know what he's doing to you. Are they actually gonna get the kill over on Ramses? Fly starts with the Illuminate. They do have toss if they want to, and yep, they toss the Naga in. No tail.
Oh my god!
He gets it with the Riptide.
That's a new concept to flying fish, I guess.
I like to have mine tossed with a salad.
Yeah, so Anna in the mid lane is going to have a little bit of a rough time if Lil stays here, but the pressure in the top forces Lil to just go do his normal suicide antics.
Alright. Play and switch it.
And Solo heading towards the mid lane.
Like, you TP top, like they're really trying to do something about keeping this Juggernaut down and giving no one the early space as a Shadow Fiend.
He does actually farm so well on this hero, and a lot of the small things he does actually just make such a big impact. Efficiency and no one's really good. I guess remember him playing Storm the other day, and he would go into the jungle and he would get a couple of stacks going, and he would intentionally like right click down the magic resistance creeps just to increase his efficiency using remnants. And he's just toying with Animidden.
VP are gonna be a lot happy now they got their dual lane up on top. Playing a lot more difficult to kill. As long as Parcher can find that soul ring, they should be able to just spam out as much as they want to. No tail just slips in. There's a low departure, quick Riptide, and then back it out. Notice again, like this is exactly what I was talking about, where they're letting Jirax have the space and farm. So he's got his early boots up and running. I don't know if he needs much more, but then they send No Tail. Wait, No Tail's actually moving over. He can't stack the jungle because he doesn't even have level 2 on this Naga. They've given all the levels to the safe lane Tiny. Naga will play catch up later.
Wow, Batrider getting a kill.
Okay.
Very, very important. Ramses, unlike Lifestealer Sven, isn't able to just like stand in lane against the Batrider without fearing some sort of stacks coming in. The thing is, if you get lots of stacks off and then you move towards the Sven and he stuns, he still doesn't have enough time to turn and run and get far enough away.
What is No Tail trying to do? Like he's slipping, like trying to slip around the back of the Shadow Fiend and keep Lil in the mid lane, so they can't get their combo.
This is really bizarre.
Oh, S4. You know he wants this. He's bottling up. Didn't get the full charge because Solar keeps attacking him. Now he goes for the Hex, but there's 6 sticky napalm charges on Sven. And he's now free of it. S4 thought he had it. But Solar really stopped him.
That's the power the line brings. So much disable and... Yeah. Just a level 1, you have 3.6 seconds of disable with your 2 spells. More than enough time. On top of that, you also have Ramses with his Stormhammer. He's going for the max cleave, as you'd expect, a farm-centric type of build coming out of him.
VP scanned again.
What's some action in the top lane? Usher getting tossed back. He's going to try to zip.
Surge away. He's still visible around the creeps.
And he didn't do a good enough juking job, and here comes a toss. Boom shakalaka.
Mr. Safe Lane Tiny has now taken 1-0-1. Bottom lane, they found Batrider. Lil comes in to lend the extra crush.
He's a gunner.
Just good rotations from Lil. Good to see him also not hovering around the mid. I'm wondering if that was the second objective there from OG. To put Notel into the mid lane to make sure that the Slardar wasn't doing any rotations. Which is what VP want to have happen in the early stage.
I mean, safe lane's going fine for them, mid's going fine, off lane's going horribly. So it's just a situation of keeping the lanes as static as you can. And is Jirax actually saving? Okay, I thought he might be crazy and going for Midas or something, but he's just going treads.
This has to be a rotation build from Jirax, because it's the only way this draft works. Like support Naga is not a thing, but giving burst farm and levels to both a Keeper of the Light as well as a Tiny. Definitely a thing.
It's really great to see this kind of level of trust on the OG side, because like can't imagine another team where this would be a case. Like imagine Old Secrets, would they give Pala Die farm priority over Arteezy and EE? Like I could never imagine that. Just as an example.
But that's also because like Arteezy and EE needed so much farm. The way they play, they needed so much farm.
Yeah, and Notel now is going to take the lane back. He's done what he's needed to do. This actually reminds me just when Dota 1 transitioned into Dota 2 in the Western scene.
You think like what Black used to do?
No, I'm thinking more like the old DTS squad, the old Navi squad before they joined Navi.
Avalanche toss, need more damage. The Illuminate's too far away. No one's salving up quickly, and Jirax can't keep the chase going.
Yeah, the old DTS squad, which Dendi was in and Artstar was in before they joined Navi, they used to give a lot of priority, and the whole CIS region actually started doing it as well. They would let, or going in on no one here is a gunner now.
Toss into spin with Illuminate, Coddle will take that kill. At the same time, Batrider died in the off lane.
That's fine, and they caused 2 rotations from the supports. So Ramses will get some farm bot, but as soon as S4 goes back bot, he'll get some too. But yeah, they would give like Earthshaker, support Earthshaker his arcane boots in the lane before the core started farming. And there was a team Garage that also used to do the same thing.
I just remember the farming up of the SK Blink daggers from Black on safe lane, and then they would move the real core.
Yeah, that also was a thing.
Back into the lane.
But that was a little bit later. That was
maybe like a year into it.
Yeah. This was Dota 1 days. This was like an age ago.
A very, very different world.
Yeah, that was when Dendi still played support.
I wonder if people still realize, remember that he was the Enigma at TI1.
Everyone does, because it was mentioned in free-to-play.
Yeah. Like, a lot of the times that you just saw there going, oh no, he was the Pudge. It's actually, no, Artstyle was the Pudge.
Artstyle, yeah. And he wanted to play Pudge, and Artstyle just said, no, I'm Pudge.
Yep.
Artstyle Nightstalker was a scary thing.
It was a dictatorship. And then Poppy took over, and then it was still a dictatorship. But they knew it. They knew that something up. Solo slipping in. Solo. Oh, he gets the stun! From inside the tree line, he just smoked over. Gets a stun through the trees. Barely hit the back of Anna. And no one with a double raises finds the kill. Now it's OG's turn to smoke and maneuver. Solo's in the lane, so who do they want to go for? Well, you may as well get the quick pop and take out the Lion. Your primary target is no one.
But he is a rapid little fella.
Interesting to see that Notel even came down. Like last time they did this, Notel didn't even leave the lane. Oh, that's the reason why. So Notel comes down because they're gonna switch Anna up to the top lane.
Yeah, Anna's got kind of nothing so far. He's only got 22, 23 last hits, died once, and...
He's still got the same net worth as the Naga.
Yeah, but like Naga didn't farm for like 5 or 6 waves.
True. More than Batrider. Batrider's got Jack all. Bottle and Tranquils.
He's got experience, it's very important. They can make a kill here on Lil. They head down.
Well, the observer wards from the Radiant side don't see it, but at the same time, Lil also knows that there's a lot that crossed over the river.
So no, I think they can spot him now with this observer. Behind the tower.
Notice again, S4 bypassing Lasso. I wasn't thinking you'd do this again, considering Jirax is on the field, and he's going to get tossed in earlier. Alright, no one's coming out to fight him. It's a free tier 1.
Yeah. And Pasha's just sitting content in the off lane. He's died once, got 44 creeps. Surprised that his net worth is a little bit higher than this. But he's about to get his arcane boots, and that's fair enough.
OG is so paranoid. They only see one hero at the moment, and that's the SF in the mid lane. And he doesn't have a TP scroll, he's holding onto a salve instead. Now the observer ward finally sees Lil coming in. But OG, they had a lot of time where they could have beaten into this tier 1 tower, and VP were not going to come. Yeah, Lil's wondering if this is a trap too. They scan just to the north of the tier 1, realize that yeah, no one's coming. Or no one's here yet. Now Fly shows himself over the observer ward. Jirax is coming in with the double damage rune. S4. No lasso. Yeah. He's under a tier 1 tower. Solo's burning down pretty heavily. Blinding Light, trying to get a little bit of space for S4 to keep the Firefly going.
Yeah, S4 nearly became S1 for 4.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is really good. It's keeping the whole of Virtus pinned on the bot lane. And, I mean, no one's farming against Notel. That should be fine. Notel's got his arcanes. And Anna's farming perfectly fine top. So, 4 to 5 gold. Okay, in terms of VP, but static landing setup. Seems good.
I'm still seeing SF and Sven ahead, looking amazing. Like this rotation from OG is nowhere near the same level of rotation they had last time they tried to do this.
Yeah, but Anna's got his phase boots up now, and he can make kills. He can make plays. Omni Slash can probably get him through Pasha if he has a little bit of blade flurry to slow it down.
Solo is prepping his finger for a rock. Jirax will have to back out. He doesn't know though. Like he has no idea where VP is moving. The only observer ward aggressively is in the mid lane. It's about to time out. Actually, the only observer ward total is in the mid lane. The dire side, that is. Solo. Oh, he hit it again! With the crush! The finger! Simple, effective, murder on the bot lane. So it looks like it's 5-5. Kills look even, but there's 3,000 net worth and experience advantage going the way of VP at the moment. It's going to take him some time to try and balance this out. Notel at least has his ultimate, but he needs to get the relic up and running. But his illusions can't survive. There's a level 4 Iron Shell that's just mopping up his creeps.
But, they could catch out no one yet.
Yeah, that's a big one. Omni Slash committed as well. No one's still pretty damn tanky. Winding up the ulti! Woo! Let's it go. It was the death ulti which actually found the kill over on the Batrider, but you're okay with that if you're OG. You still find a kill on the top net worth here on the map. It still took forever to kill him though.
Yeah, as soon as Notel gets up, like you say, as soon as he gets up his relic and in Radiance, he's fine, and the game like will change completely. So, game looking good so far, like for both sides. Like you say, it's scary that the Sven and SF got such a good start, but OG have adjusted to stop that bleed.
Zola's gonna work out. He just wasted his time when he walks back up this hill, and he actually throws down the sentry ward preemptively. Oh, actually, he knew because of the observer ward on the hill. Never mind. Yeah, space needs to be created. Jirax now with a blink dagger might be able to do that for OG. No one's looking at pressure in the mid lane. Illumina from Fly is going to make this a little bit more difficult, but Ramsey's... okay, doesn't care. Fortification's up for OG, so they're going to waste a little bit of this God Strength of his. Just a little bit. More Illuminates flying out. Now Batrider makes his way down, but look at Lion coming in from the back lines. Gets the double stun. Hits Lion as well. Solo follows up with a Hex. What a time to arrive. No one lets the magical burst rip. And Ramsey's already had his God Strength up. He wanted to fight. And OG were happy to oblige.
Yeah, that was really, really crucial pick-off right there. Part of the plan for OG was just being able to hold their objectives as long as they could, drop them when they needed to, and then just rat it up, split it up.
OG.
But yeah, Tiny does have his Blink Dagger, so he can still do things.
This is the OG bump. Bump in the road for OG. Everything is just looking so good and dynamic. Get pushed into a best of 5, tested the whole way. Up against an already warmed up Virtus Pro.
I think it's more than just like warmed up. It's a hungry Virtus Pro. Like you say, they wanna prove themselves.
Well, they're doing a pretty damn good job of it. And it's rotating over. Lil, caught napping.
Yep.
He'll get the crush notification off, but that's only after he got initiated on.
Yeah, and the problem is top lane is not too hard to defend, so they have to trade. And yeah, Notel has to quite inefficiently just farm one camp. Can't even stack at the moment. Or they could make a play here on Virtus Pro's mid lane. Ramsey's by himself. Echo Saber, no defensive items to try get out.
At least you know the SF's not coming. The SF, like item importance wise, screw TP scroll, he's holding on to raindrops.
I think it's fair enough against Tiny.
He's in from the initial burst, has 11-1 charges, Shadow Blade away, sure.
Yeah.
OG's also gonna have to start like getting vision advantage. Like normally they buy up, Fly would buy up a gem, and they just give it over to Notel. That's a good crush. And support's coming in from the Darkseer. Lil wants to go back in. If he can get the implication off, he's gonna be good. Along with the siren from Notel, he's barely alive, TPing out in the top lane.
Yeah, it was off a Shadow Blade, 1 hit and then 2 raises, and the 3rd raise was about to come as the song went off.
No joy for him on that front. Ramsey.
If it was like literally a Blades of Attack instead
solo.
of oh, here comes the
He's got Finger of Death up as well. Lets it rip, and then the cleave from Ramses. Oh, that was a nice life.
Lil, hello.
Yep. Crush is there. Ramsey's got a Stormbolt in 1 second time. He's also got a Blink Dagger coming on the Courier. Focused on the fight, and Shadow Fiend just walks in. They're moving for Roshan, or they're moving for S4. Either way you look at it. S4 can watch this happen. Flame Break. He clips the Slanna, and Slanna's no way down again. He'll have to TP away. And S4 being a real nuisance. But he can't stop this. All he can do is just keep sticky napalming and maybe one more Flame Break, and hope that damage is enough to really screw them. That's 7 sticky napalm stacks over on the Shadow Fiend. And Roshan almost dead. Here comes Anna. Where's that Flame Break? Flies in, and Requiem, he clips up two are on the hillside. Aegis the Immortal has been snatched out by Anna. He'll die now. The Requiem is told. It's the death one that flies out. Tiny gets the kill. And OG, Omni slash up. He jumps down to the illusion, then back up again. Anna needs a path to victory. He's still clipped at the moment, but Solo's got no way out. Jiro has to stick around to help him, and they'll find the kill. It's for doing the work with a triple clipping at the end of all of that.
Yeah, that was like Arcade Blinding Lights against LGD level. You know, that was like game turning, absolutely game turning. And Notel wasn't even in the fight. He was just farming top, having a bit of a stroll in the forest, and he is very, very close to finishing off his Radiance now. Just like 500 gold away.
And with the relic on him. The fact that OG just defended Roshan without committing a Song of the Siren. VP probably went for it because Song of the Siren was blown before when SF initiated on him. You'd have to feel confident, like they were doing it underneath the Batrider Firefly. Also understanding that would be timed out by the time Roshan was going to die.
And Notel is getting dangerously close. In a couple of seconds, he's going to have level 2 Song of the Siren. Only a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah, VP, they need to keep this momentum going. They lost so much. That was actually a swing of about 7,000 gold and experience. And they know they need momentum. Lil, Blink, Crush, Amplification comes up. Solo, able to get the initial stun. They get the follow-up Hex. Ramses now brings in his Stormbolt. Juggernaut tries to spin away, but it's already too late. The physical damage is enough to finish the job.
Look how difficult it was for them to try control the Juggernaut there, though. They had to blow all the spells from 3 different heroes to keep him chain stunned.
But the upside is, like, it's... Like, with VP's lineup, it's not the big ones.
Yeah,
no,
it's
like
not long cooldown.
Crush, Stormbolt, Stun, Hex, they're really cheap, they're really efficient, so you can go for one pick-off like this, and then move on to another one without having to use God Strength or Requiem.
No, definitely, I'm just saying, it's reaching a point where OGR do require a lot of commitment to bring down a single hero, or they can be able to get away.
As opposed to before, where it's like, SF can just solo kill one.
Yeah, SF can solo kill one, but I mean, Notel, if Notel's anywhere close, he's just going to sleep and song and run away.
Oh, VP gets some aggressive vision down, and Jirax is looking to try and help this tier 2 tower to drop. Okay,
so 19.5 minutes in, and Notel is at 8,000, it was like 8,700 gold. Let's see where he is. Okay, we'll call it 20 minutes and we'll see where he is in 25 minutes.
Jirax punches him, does the combo, then blinks away. Chased out by Lil, doesn't get the amplification off, and rightly so. If he stuck around any longer, maybe Notel could have initiated on him.
And Fly taking this opportunity to just clear out the jungle. Get rid of some pesky wards. He'll pick up a sentry here.
Yeah, Fly
and no one's hunting him now. No one's hunting him.
Oh, sentry down by Fly. No one. If he winds up the ulti, is he out? He's just out of range. They spun. They baited him. No one starts his TP. He realized that this is a no-go.
That was so, like, casual from Anna.
Meanwhile, Batrider gets the kill over on Sven. And Tim looks like they're just farming up Ancients.
OG have done such a great job to, like, settle this game down and get it kind of going okay for both sides, and for them that makes a big difference, given that they have an Siren that's able to delay the game. 1,800 gold on him already. I don't know if we're going to see the Boots of Travel or the Octarine first, but both of them will come if this game goes long enough.
There's your BTs. Okay, VP, you can't win the split push battle. They still have by far superior team fight. As long as they don't get caught out by Song of the Siren. You've still got a Blink Dagger over on that Darkseer with the mech. An initiation into be it Crush or the Line Stun from Lion. There's Sven, who's got his own Blink Dagger, rapidly approaching a BKB completion. So that damage is huge, and then you've got to stack an extra one on it, which is the SF burst damage, be it through Requiem, or be it through just his standard Shadow Razors. Jirax needs help. Oh no, he's underneath the Obs and Sentry. Okay, he needs more help than... Leaving? Okay, he's leaving through the north.
Oh, and Lil blinks in as the escape happens. So Jirax is... what do you think about Jirax's item build here? Looks like he's going probably AC, I would guess.
I'm wondering if it's AC or if I'm wondering if it's actually Lotus.
I think he's just going pretending he's a core, like a normal core.
I also think Jirax, Pasha. Not certain about why he did that. He turned around to throw out the vacuum as opposed to just throwing it, so that turn time kind of screwed a little bit. Could have cancelled the TP.
Early gem picked up here by Nagastar. Notel.
Actually, Notel bought it himself.
It's in his stash, and...
Yeah, it's his. It's his.
It is his, yeah.
Normally you'd say like it should be purchased up by Fly, but Fly is desperately trying to get the Aghanim Scepter, and that's going to be so much more worth it. So yeah, I can understand Notel taking the sacrifice, and Jirax is so heavy on items too.
A gem is like a minute and 10 seconds of farming. You know, it's for Notel. But yeah, there's no natural like mech carrier really for the side of OG other than the Keeper of the Lights, and he's going Ags. So they got to give him a bit of room to get that, because it'll make a big difference when you have an AoE heal.
If they fight during the day too, like Fire's going to give it in droves. But the Illuminate heal, the never-ending recall, gives more freedom as well to No-Tail, so we can BT out to a lane, create a whole bunch of illusions, and then just get pulled straight back in. So yeah, it's actually, it cripples your farm for now. You can't just go straight into like a Manta, he's still just going to finish up his Octarine. But in the future, Fire's going to enable him to get so much more money.
They're heading towards S4 here. He just scouted out low, looking for a blink stun. Oh, S4. Whoa.
Yeah, he's close. Stormbolt's going to connect. Crush is still available as well, and that's a very dead Bat Rider. The split pushing is still happening, so VP need to find an answer to this.
Yeah, 2 TPs coming in here. SF and Lil. Lil's actually looking like... What is Lil going for here? This is interesting. He's already got Tranquil Boots and Blink Dagger.
We're gonna get a late Midas.
And is he going late Midas or is he going for more damage? I don't know if they don't think they need more damage, so Midas is like
Armlet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's probably not Maelstrom.
No, it's not Maelstrom. This is a Slaughter. This is a Slaughter. It's not Maelstrom.
No, so the only reason that you would go that is if you absolutely need someone to go Majorna to put on like your front landing spin, but
if you're gonna get
like
that
such a niche case, I don't think we can.
If you get that on anybody, it would probably be no one, and even then, that would be questionable.
Yeah.
And no one completes up his next item. Not me on it. It's gonna be a BKB.
They're running down here towards Anna.
They're scanning up. They're wondering if they're getting wrapped around from behind. Instead, it's Anna who starts his TP. Anyone going to get there in range in time as Ramses? Nope.
Yeah, the only way they can stop it is if Lil gets in and bashes him.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling this is just going to turn into a race with VP. Observer and Sentry down. Jirax knows he's fine. And here comes the friend. Toss him up. Omni slash him down.
Boom.
No one cannot sustain through that.
It's a really big kill. And such a harsh early laning phase when top had a little bit of a break.
Oh, you look tired.
I get PTSD. I keep on thinking it's tier 2 again.
Where's Amadusa? Where's Amadusa? This is not in there. That was actually one of the greatest feelings, by the way, sitting in an audience that just boo the living crap. Every single time Naga lets off an ultimate, it's just boo! Everyone thought you'd be so, like, bad manner, but it was just because they stopped the fun.
I think even the casters were like, oh well, not gonna have any fun this game, it's a Naga pick.
That was the tagline we were using back then, it's no fun game. That was also where we had like the almost 2-hour game at TI.
Which one?
What was it? LGD versus IG?
Yeah.
The one where they hid inside each other's like in their own bases. One would smoke. And then they just like tag team going back and forward with this smoke gank. Oh, they're smoke ganking, guys. Let's all wait inside of the base. Okay, they finished their smoke gank. Oh, they're gonna smoke gank out. Okay, guys, let's sit inside outside their base while they smoke out. Yep.
Okay, so this is quite cool. You're gonna see a Manta Star from Nagasar not going to try to finish the Octarine yet. Deciding that more images is better. And what's really nice about Manta Star against the Virtus Pro team is that if they initiate with the Sven Stormhammer, you can dodge that. And you can also, if you get it perfectly timed, dodge the Slider stun.
They still need to get a little bit more money onto Fly. Like, he still hasn't completed up this Aghanim set, but that's where the Manta can really pay off. Movement under cover of smoke, VP jump in, the crunch, and there she is! Woo! Well, those guys are very, very dead, and that is the team fight combo we're talking about.
So in the top lane? No-Tail gonna go for this?
He can't kill him. There's no way he can kill him. In fact, Naga can probably die because No-Tail, Solo's got a level 2 Finger of Death. So here they come. Stormbolt up the illusions. Just trying to keep him off the tower. Fortification as well. You got no Illuminate spam, you got no Fireflies, there's no easy way apart from Naga Illusions to keep him out. Now they pick up the SF, toss him in, he's winding up the ulti, lets it rip, delays a little bit of damage as everybody holds the phone. Shadow Fiend wants to TP out, and they can hit him. The BKB left him there, and now there's 3 heroes from VP. They are not in their own home. Ramses, the BKB instead will actually cancel his TP out, and just needs to find the physical damage, and he's got it. Big kills coming the way of OG after what looked to be a wipe and potential mid-raxing. VP
really
overstayed their welcome.
See how Notel moved far left there so that the stun wouldn't hit both of them? It's the only way that Ramsey escapes that. Oh, solo.
He's such a dick! Jurek doesn't need mana to blink, however. And now, Lion can't blink out. He drained all the mana. So Jirax, even with 1 charges, didn't have enough to let a combo off, and now OG are taking Roshan.
Yeah, the game is turning slowly towards OG here. Success on the high ground, very important if you're trying to do a Naga strat. And yeah, hopefully that this is not a break in momentum for VP. Something we said in the second game when they banned Naga was the reason you want to ban it is not only do OG have a really good player, but it's also kind of a snooze fest of a game. It can break your morale that you have and turn the series around.
So you're more worried about the 4th game than you are the 3rd game right now for VP. I'm not saying like you're saying like this game is over.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
But like if they do lose, like it's a high possibility that VP just their rhythm gets screwed. I get it.
And also, like, the longer the game goes, sometimes the side that was winning and is losing, they get disheartened and they're like, oh, don't worry, we can win the next one. You know,
if VP's dwelling on that last push up to the high ground.
Exactly, they start thinking about the mistakes they made in the previous game.
They got to get it out of their head. They got to think of like that Darkseer's Ven combo hit onto the Coddle as well as Batrider and say, yeah, this is our strength. This is what we're all about. Now OG, 4-man smoke maneuver. They head to the top lane. No one is staring down No Tail. There's Pasha. Oh, the courier's coming up too. It doesn't have anything on it, but it's going to reveal S4. Solo, he's able to get a little bit of extra heal from the mech. There's your back in again. The Illuna damage. Lion, he will still go down, walking back as the Firefly. Anastan to spin as Ramsey has to trigger his God Strength. This fight split into multiple parts. They now try and isolate the Sven. Going for the Omni Slash. The damage, is it enough? Yes, it is. Sven is down. 70 seconds on the sideline. They're throwing him back up past the blinding light. He actually gets stunned because he was mana linked at the same time and went bone dry. VP down 3 heroes who all do not have a buyback.
So OG did something really bad and then something really good. First of all, they didn't commit enough spells to burst the line down. He managed to survive through the initial damage and get some really good spells off before he died. And it did take more later on. Like, he got the mech off, a lot of extra armor and HP coming out of that, and yeah, it was very hard to commit. But what Notel did that was so good is he zoned out 3 of the VP heroes on the side.
Jirax just hunted that perfectly. Now there's no Slaughter.
Slaughter has buyback though. So
yes, he does.
This comes to worst.
But that's actually really smart from Jirax. Like, he could have just grouped up with everybody else, looked for initiation, and just focused on the tier 3 tower. But he hunted down the Slaughter. And he made that decision very early on. Alright, so OG, you take out multiple towers. As now all out of towers of Virtus Pro down. How's the advantage looking? About 12,000 and probably increasing still. Net worth going the way of OG, same for the experience. Anna's becoming tanky as he's finished up his Skadi. And Jirax is getting more and more of these openings. He's looking towards Ramses. He might take the creep wave with him. Punches him once, waits for a little bit more support. Shiva's Guard slows him down. It's mana, he's still got the toss. He waited for the BKB and then threw Ramses over to Fly. Song of the Siren instead. They need to isolate him up and keep the Sven in position. The Omni Slash bouncing around. Now Sven will drop the Blink Crush too far away and they just call it GG. A 33-minute call. OG will win this game without taking a single tier 3 tower. Virtus Pro just understand it's over.
Yep, changing of the season. big momentum shift in the way of OG, not only in that game, but within the